My name is Darlene Carmen, and welcome to the Painting Gourmet Show. Today we're going to show you a few ideas on what you can do with recyclables. So please welcome the goddess of garbage, Carol Tansey. Welcome to the show.
Thank you, Darlene.
Now, Carol, you're called the goddess of garbage.
I am.
You must have really earned that title.
I did. That was some doings. In 1998, she was born, and she was named the goddess of garbage. And from that point on, she started to really blossom and do her thing, and she's still going very strong. And I brought a lot of projects showing your viewers what can be done with everyday things that we find in the garbage.
Yeah, well, you know, you do a lot of things. I noticed that you have hosted your own TV show for like 8 years, Issues and Topics, right? That's the name of it? So you did that for 8 years. You're also an award-winning interior designer.
That is correct.
And you've been on, let's see, Howie Mandel, Rosie O'Donnell.
I've been nationwide and global.
Yes, and radio, magazines. I saw you in a newspaper, magazines, newspapers. You're all over the place.
Well, the goddess is busy. You know, you just can't keep her down 1 minute. She's here, there, and doing a lot of different things.
Well, you've won a lot of awards, but what has the goddess won?
Well, the goddess has won an award for an Achieve Kids School she did in Palo Alto, and I believe she did that several years ago. And we all went in there as professional interior designers, because that's my profession, and the goddesses too. And we went in there and we revamped the whole school. And I was asked to do the principal's office, and that project, as the whole larger project, won an ASID award, because of course that's my affiliation, and we entered the competition.
ASID is?
American Society of Interior Designers. It is the organization around the world.
Wow. Oh, that's a pretty big honor.
Yes,
there.
that was the goddess was very pleased. And you notice I talk about her in the third person because she's a separate entity, of course, from Carol Tansey. Carol Tansey had won her award. Now the goddess had to win her award. And it was one thing after another. But now we've got them even, and they're happy, both of them.
You're not doing a show right now, but you told me you might.
I am doing a show. We are preparing for one right now for October the 25th in South San Francisco, in California. And it's going to be a fundraiser for the Mid-Peninsula Boys and Girls Club of San Mateo County. And we're going to do, the goddess and her assistants are going to do 8 or 9 vignettes showing all the different things that one can do out of recyclable items. And the goddess's word is called recycleize, and that simply means throwaway objects that one can bring back in the home and office and decorate with, and reuse. And that's what she really is trying to show as a new approach to recycling. You know, most times if you talk about recycling, people's eyes start to glaze over. Well, you just can't have that anymore. You just can't have that. You just got to jump in there, and you just got to let them know this is the way of the world. We've got to be very cognizant of the fact that we do have problems. The landfills are still filling up, although we're slowing it down, but still they're filling up, and we have an issue. In California alone, there are 58 million tons of garbage that's generated during the course of 1 year. Now, I can't speak for the other states, but I'm sure that they're probably generating just as much garbage as we are. So their point, you've got to do something about it. Each individual household, if you can believe this, generates 100 pounds per household per week. Just think about that. And it's basically done on packaging. You know, all the packaging we get rid of. And you can see many of my projects show everyday products that we're used to getting. For instance, a water bottle, which we all drink from and we all pack around. Well, I used to fill them up and use them again and again. Then it came out the fact that you could probably only do that 1, 2, 3 times the tops, because then it would become very smoky, and what happens is the chemical in your bottles start to break down, and that becomes an unhealthy thing to drink from. So that's an important issue. So what I decided to do was cut it off at the, anywhere I wanted to, smooth out those edges with some sandpaper, and I make faces out of them.
Wow.
And what this is good for, especially, is when you go to a hospital or a convalescent home or any sort of a health facility and you bring flowers, you can never find a vase.
That's right.
You can never find a vase. They
just
don't even have them. You think they do, but they don't. So you just bring the whole thing and leave it there. So that's a quick little thing that anybody can do, even if a person thinks that he or she is not creative.
Well, many times you bring your nice vase from home and you think you're going to bring it back, but then it disappears.
It never comes back home.
So this would be very, very handy. One thing one thing though, I think it's San Francisco and maybe Canada. I think I read recently about Canada, but anyway, they are banning plastic bags. Grocery,
yes.
It'll have to break down. But why didn't we do that before? It's just, I mean, well, it takes that effort. Huh?
It takes not only effort, but I do believe it takes people time to move at different levels. I can't tell you which states in our United States are not recycling, but there are several that still are not. Now I know you find, that's right, you find that very hard to believe, but that is really the truth. And most states are, but not all of them are, because it's just not pushed, it's not effort.
Yeah.
And it's a very important thing we have to think about it.